Welcome back, everybody, to another episode on the No Money Spent series. Thank you guys so much for supporting this. Took a little bit of a hiatus, but I'm back. So we're going to start out by playing Conquest, a few stronghold games. I can't actually reveal anything about that, because I have a special video planned. George Foster, however, makes his impact felt. Hits and no doubt dinner, but that was about it for the offense. We did end up losing that one 4-1. So went back in for a second attempt. These are on Hall of Fame, especially those first few games. Max Muncy ends up going yard, and Ottavino ends up striking him out with a runner in scoring position to end the game. So that was nice. Next up, we're going to be playing the Twins, see if we can beat them. And we give up a walk-off. So we did not win the first stronghold game against the Twins. So at this point I was a little bit frustrated. I decided to just leave Conquest because I wasn't doing too well. And as you can see in the top right, we have a lot of stubs. And I was just looking really hard at this Twins collection. There's a lot of golds in here, but there's not any diamonds. And you end up getting a diamond Torrey Hunter for completing it. So, and you can see here the stats are pretty good. He's a great fielder, pretty solid speed. So as you can see, I started putting in orders. It's kind of become tradition on the No Money Spent series to do a little pack opening. As you can see, we got a standard pack. Didn't get a whole lot out of it, not even any valuable bronze players, but we got this gear up pack, and we actually got some bat tape, which is probably the most expensive piece of gold gear, or at least one of the most expensive. And then we got this loyalty reward. I wasn't too sure who we were going to go with here, but I did ultimately end up picking Aaron Judge. You can see his stats. He's definitely the best one there. So that's nice to get him on the squad. But then we're going to go ahead and sell the bat tape because it's free stubs. And as you can see here, we're 32 out of 40 on that collection. And finally, after a while, I've jumped a lot of time here. It was not easy. I ended up just buying some bronzes outright because nobody would sell them to me. But we do end up getting the Torrey Hunter. You also get this affinity pack. Like I said, it's worthless. It's maybe 200-300 stubs now that you can quick sell the duplicates. But now we're going to put Torrey Hunter in the lineup, and we're going to switch him with Granderson because he is a better fielder. So we would rather have a better fielder in center. We ended up taking out Aquino for Judge. With this collection, we were also able to make changes to the pen. We ended up putting in Taylor Rogers. He's really nice to have because he's really one of the few lefty closers that are gold in the game. There's not a lot of variety in the pen right now. I ended up deciding to keep Duffy out of the pen, but I did put in Trevor May, and I'm going to reorder the lineup. We got to hop into a ranked seasons game with Torrey Hunter. Going to try him out. Hopefully we can succeed. I ended up playing in the Rogers Center. It just kicks me out of games sometimes. I don't really understand why, but let's get into the match. This guy's lineup isn't great, but it's solid. He's got Altuve, he's got Muncy, he's got a couple of good golds, and he's got, I believe that's the Saberhagen from the intro showdown, I believe, on the bump. As you can see in the second inning, Eugenio Suarez, perfect, takes the high slider out of the yard. That was really nice to start the game, but we really didn't get a lot after that. Max Muncy ends up grounding out to end the inning. This was one of the more frustrating games of that I've played in a while. As you can see, we get Saberhagen swinging, but I struggled. This guy was not very good. As you can see, he's swinging at terrible pitches. And this ball gets down, thankfully. He should have gotten an animation on it. He didn't get it. All that stuff like that was happening all game. but we end up not being able to capitalize with a runner on base. But as you can see, Mitch Garver just doesn't even make an attempt really to catch it, just misses it. So we ended up scoring a run from that, and we get Grandal swinging to end the 4th. Max Muncy to start out the 5th, and his guy just doesn't get an animation. I'm telling you, man, stuff like that was happening all game to both of us. And Luis Castillo does end up popping out, but Max Muncy is able to get on his horse and get over to third base. And probably could have been thrown out if the throw was on line. In steps Alberto Mondesi. As you can see here, he was just throwing inside fastballs all game. And so it was right about, 4th and 5th inning where I was kind of keen on him doing that. And as you can see, I kind of started to shift in a little bit. But Eddie Matthews gets the perfect single. Really nice to see Eddie Matthews being able to contribute to the lineup. In steps Torrey Hunter in his debut. And we miss it, but it ends up getting down. So that was really nice to see. So now we have runners on the corners with nobody down. This is a prime opportunity to get some runs on the board. Curtis Granderson steps to the dish. And as you can see, I was just predicting that four-seam fastball inside. He really did not have any sort of variety. He seemed to be doing that with pretty good amount of frequency. But in steps Eugenio Suarez. Really would love to see if he could duplicate that home run that he hit in the 2nd. And I end up rolling it over and grounding into a double play, but we still do get another run on the board. Later in the 7th, Yasmani Grandal hits a home run off of Castillo. And now it's a two-run ball game, but Castillo does end up getting out of the inning, so we do get 7 out of Luis Castillo. A little bit later in the 8th, Eric Davis ends up grounding out, and now we're into the 9th inning. All we have to do is hold him off, and almost not a good start, as Torrey Hunter makes that play that I don't know Granderson would have made, if I'm being honest. That was a great play in the field to take away a hit and keep speed off the bases. Alberto Mondesi is able to hustle out to that ball. It ends up going in the outfield, and Max Muncy bunts with the shift on and ends up getting a free base, essentially. So in steps is Diamond Jose Altuve with 2 down in the 9th. And thankfully he grounds out. So we do end up winning this ranked seasons game. Like I said, this guy was terrible. I can't believe that he was able to keep it that close. He was swinging at everything, as you could see. But we do end up still winning the game. A win is a win. 11 strikeouts for Castillo. A pretty dominant performance. And I'm going to definitely keep him in my rotation. We also end up getting a pretty nice end game reward here. We actually end up getting a gold bat. And so that goes for 700-800 stubs, so that's really nice to see. As you can see, I'm just going to sell it because I don't have a creative player. I might end up making one in the future, but right now I don't have a creative player, so I ended up just putting that up for an order and trying to get it sold. But, I mean, this was a pretty good game. I don't know why I said pretty so many times, but it was a pretty good game. We did probably underperform. I do kind of wish I caught on to what he was doing a little bit earlier, because yeah. But anyways, we step back in a Conquest. We're looking for some revenge on the Twins game. Nelson Cruz lays out, unable to get it, and Alberto Mondesi takes 3rd on the first pitch of the game. So that's always nice to start out. I'm just going to simplify. We ended up winning that game, and Mookie Betts pops up as our post-game reward. Unfortunately, he's the first one to go. So that's always sad, but it's always cool when you see a diamond in your post-game rewards, especially when it's Mookie Betts. And one more stronghold game for the day. We're going to be playing the Seattle Mariners. So we're slowly starting to work through these strongholds. More for Conquest. There's a reason why I'm not showing the map. I want to make a video, and I think it's going to be pretty cool, but we'll see. And with 2 runners on, Eddie Matthews is not able to capitalize on that. So we end up going in extras here. It actually takes us to the 5th inning. finally Mitch Garver launches a baseball. He is on the chopping block right now. He has not played very well, especially in the field. I've noticed he's not been great. But we do end up taking home that game. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you want to see more, definitely leave a like, comment, do all that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm out. Peace.